Y'all, why do I think that I almost got my mom's car towed this morning? Like early this morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, hold on. So I've been working for my auntie now, right? And something just woke me up in the middle of the night. Like, gotta be God. So I just woke up, and also my foster brother was up because my other foster brother was messing with my other foster brother, and he be getting it agitated, so he be sleeping in the living room where I be at. So he ended up going to sleep on the couch, on one of the couches. So cool. In the midst of that, after I used the bathroom and stuff like that, or before I went to the bathroom, my auntie has there's a big ass window right in front of me on the large couch. And then there's a large, like, it reminds me of the attic, like how it's shaped or something. I don't know. It's like a really, like, it's like shaped like this. And it's really big. So that's a window right where I'm sitting, like on the right of me. So, and then there's her gate and stuff like that, her fence or whatever. But I can see on the street, I see my mom's car, her Dodge that I be moving like every few days because, it's Pasadena's street parking, whatever. So, if you don't move it within 3 days, or if somebody complains or whatever, they can document that shit and get it towed, whatever, because they think it's abandoned. So I'll go to the bathroom. I come back, and I'm like, I'm looking at the car because it's like, it says something. It's a Prius, I believe. It says something security. And I was like, well, I ain't seen this shit before when I woke up in the middle of the night. So I was just like, oh, okay. They're most likely here for her, or for the car, right? So where's my other lip? Okay. So I'm up here just watching, right? Because I'm trying to figure out where the dude is that drove the car over here, that drove the security car over here, because literally parked in front of my auntie's house, or on the side of her house. I look, and I'm like, maybe he, like, you know how you like lay back down, like lay your seat all the way back. I think he was like that, maybe napping or something, because I could see right through the car. He didn't have any tints or nothing, right? So I'm like, let me hurry up before I run out of storage. So I do that. I'm just looking. I'm standing up because you could see right through. Like, I had the TV on still. It was pretty dim though, because there was no lights on. So I don't know. He probably didn't even notice. So anyway, that was around like 2:30, 2:35. This man, kid you not, he comes out of the car at 3 o'clock on the dot. I mean, 2:59.59 seconds. 3 o'clock. He hopped out of the car at 3 a.m. And I'm just like, hold on. So I see him literally walking to my mom's Dodge. So I'm like I said, it's dark. I'm scrambling through my purse. I'm like, because her car's so dirty right now, because, it has been sitting there, or I'll be moving it or whatever every few days. So shit like this don't happen. I'm up here scrambling for her keys because I'm like, okay, maybe if I, like, this probably ain't gonna work, but hopefully, it's gonna be like, okay, I see you. Like, whoever car this is, they see you, right? So I'm like, he's like looking at the VIN, he's like flashing his light, he's looking at the license plate, all that stuff. I start sounding the alarm, like beep beep, I'm like beep beep. So, I casually do it. He ain't thinking nothing of it. He just, walking around the car, still doing whatever. And then he start taking a picture. He was like, boop. And I was like, hold on. So I did it again. I was like, boop, 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 boop. And so then he finally was like, all right, like, somebody, he started looking around like, where the shit coming from? I'm hoping that he see me in the window, because at this point, I'm not trying to hide. I'm just literally like, and I didn't go outside because my auntie's house is like a facility. So she locked the top lock, she has the keys to the lock. Like, basically I'm trapped in unless I grab my dad's keys that's in the back. So I was so nervous, y'all. I was just like, hold on, because what y'all finna do? Because I'm right here. So if like a tow truck or anything try to come, I'm right here. So I'm like trying to avoid the situation or to de-escalate the situation, thinking like, oh, okay, well, this is somebody's car. It ain't abandoned, but I mean, it could still be abandoned if it's sitting there, quote unquote, you know? So I do all of that. This man still take picture, whatever, and then takes a picture of not the house that I was parked in front of, but the next house. I don't know. It was weird. So I was just like, I don't know if somebody complained or whatever, but I'm gonna get to that. So, what happened? So he finally gets back into his Prius or whatever. He literally spends like 20-25 minutes in the car, and I'm just seeing like his I don't know if it's his phone or device or whatever, it was flashing, so you know I could see through his car, and I was just like, what is he doing? Like, what is he documenting? He had to be documenting something, you know, so because obviously he took a picture, he doing all this, right? So I'm like, I know he's just doing his job, whatever, but I'm just like, damn, like I really don't want to have to get up, you know. I was planning on doing this shit in the morning because I didn't want to have to try to see through her windows. Like I could see through the windows, but you know, it's dark, it's late. I was just like, I'd rather just be able to park in peace in the morning. Like I can see clearly in the morning. I couldn't even do that. So I was just like, I have no choice but to get up out of this house and move her car because I don't know what further action he finna take. Let me head to the gym, y'all. So anyway, I'm like, I was gonna wake up my dad, but he was a deep ass sleep because I literally, the keys is jingling. I'm struggling to get out the door. I'm like trying to hurry up, and I'm just like, oh my God. Like, so I was just like, you know, it's 3 a.m. I'm not finna walk all the way to that car, even though it's closed, but I'm like, I'm not finna walk all the way over there in the fucking dark. I don't know this man. I don't know what he got, you know, like, so I pull out my Tesla. So I back out. I'm open. Well, okay. So my auntie has a gated parking lot, you know, garage or whatever. She has a garage, and then it's a big ass lot. So it's like 5 cars in that lot, mine included, because I'll work overnight. So I pull it out, and you know, the door is unlocked and everything. I'm like, I don't, you know, I just be thinking of the worst, but be precaution, you know. So I put the gate back as I'm backing up or whatever. I get in the car, I back out, and then I get out and close the gate back. And then I back all the way out, and I was like, okay, obviously the dude is literally right across from me. He could see me, but he at the end of the street. So, which ain't far. He's literally parked on the side of the house. So I do that. I pull up, and then I literally parked right on the side of my mom's car, and then I hop in the Dodge. So he's probably like, that looked like the same damn Prius. It just didn't have the security marking on it. Okay, so cool. I do that. I'm like, I didn't leave right away. I just like started the car up, and I was just like, okay, hoping he's gonna be like, oh, okay, like it's cool. But no, I think he needs to physically see the car moving, right? So I'm like, I was gonna move it anyway, but I was just like, let me just start it up, you know, shit loud as fuck, you know. So cool. Finally go all the way down the street, make a U-turn at the stop sign. I gotta drink this creatine, girl. Okay, so I'm making a U-turn to come back in front of that first window I was telling you about at my auntie's house, because you got the big ass side window, and then you got the big normal regular window. So I was like, let me just park right in front, right here, so that way I could just look at, you know, either way I'm able to look out. So I'm just like, okay, let me just move it right here, because normally I move it right across from where it was already parked, but I was like, I'm gonna just put it right here, just to let it be known this car belongs over here, you know. It ain't abandoned, you know. It's fine. Like I just wasn't able to move it yesterday because I was out of town with my niggas. So I don't know if anything happened yesterday, but I'm glad I was there and was able to handle the situation at hand right there, because I almost forgot her keys again. I was like, ooh, I was like, I wouldn't have known what to do. I would have probably just went outside and was like, let me break it down to you. I forgot her key. It is a moving car, but you know, like, it's only so much I can fucking say. Anyways, fast forward. So I park in front of her car. Sound the alarm again, you know, make sure that shit locked. Put her mirror, her side mirror in, you know. And before I could even start walking back to my car, which was right across from me, he starts up his car and he leaves. And I was like, okay. Like, I was hoping you was doing that when I was sounding alarm or whatever, but I was like, okay, so maybe he just needed me to park, and that erased everything that he had going on, because I don't know the protocol of what he was doing. I don't know if he was rearranging a tow. I don't know if he was going, because it wasn't just a ticket, you know, he would have just gave a ticket or whatever. It was like, no, he was literally sitting out there for 25 minutes. It was from 3 to 3:30, you know, like it was 3:30 by the time I walked back in the house. So I was just like, what the fuck? So he's barely making it up the street. So as I was parked, you know, on the side of the street, at the edge of the street, I back out. I didn't even make a U-turn. I backed all the way out and then pulled back in the side street, and then I like backed in my auntie's driveway, because I was just like, what? Like, so I know he was like watching it through his, I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, I'm gonna run out of storage. Okay, so I gets to pulling in, backing in this time. I was like, I ain't even gonna pull in. I was like, let me just back on in, make a little scene, you know. So I back in, he's still like riding up the street or whatever, and I was like, cool, like, did that, like, got that out the way. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, what if I didn't like have that instinct to move her car? And it was just like, because I didn't want to move it that night, you know. But I was just like, at this point, I don't want to wake up to either no car, because she trusted me to move that shit every few days, because I'm over here every day. I work over here overnight. So I was just like, oh my God. So I have no choice but to get up out of this house. Thank God my dad's keys was right there next to him, because I was just like, bruh, like, I mean, I could have just woke him up, but he was in a deep ass sleep, because I was surprised my auntie didn't wake up, because my car lights was flashing in her room. Well, my grandma's room, but she was in there with one of her kids. So I was just like, oh my God, like, I was just like, what the fuck just happened right now? Like, I was up for like at that point, I didn't go to sleep till about 4:30, because I was up. I was just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what did I just avoid? Like, I wasn't gonna, you know, dwell on it like that, but it was just like, what the fuck? Okay, so then I had to think to myself too. I was just like, okay, because I was like, I do be normally waking up around this time sometimes, you know, random, you know, it's very rare, but like, I just when I was laying down, I just noticed a vehicle, and I always be like, you know, who parked in front of your street? You know, because it's like, who parked on the side of your house, or who parked in front of your house? So that was going on in my head, and then I seen some security, and I was like, huh? That's what got my attention. I said, oh, okay. So anyway, once he left, I was just like, thank fucking God. I was just like, hopefully he did all that for nothing, and was like, oh, well, this documentation doesn't exist anymore. I don't know, because I don't know what the hell he was doing. I don't know if he was rearranging anything. So because that was just like 30 minutes in your car still, like, hello. So anyway, fast forward, that shit is done, it's dead. But prior to that, it was like Monday morning, I moved her car in that spot, right? And like I said, I'll be waking up sometimes, you know, not around that time, but it'll be like maybe 4 or 5 or whatever. And then I was like looking out the window. I'll be looking out the window or whatever. My mom didn't have no sign, no nothing on her car, whatever. It gets about 7:30. I'm about to leave my auntie house, and I look out, and it's a fucking big ass paper on her windshield. And I was like, what motherfucker wrote a note on her shit? So I look, I still got the damn note too. It's in my bag. It said big ass. It said no parking, no overnight parking on Pasadena streets. And then it said in big ass bold letters, that's what it said, smaller at the top, and then in big letters it said, do not park here on Mondays. It blocked my trash pickup. And I was like, everybody's trash is out here for pickup for Tuesday. I was like, do you not know that I stay over here too? Like I don't live over here, but I be over here every fucking night. So I'm just like, well, which one is it? Is it no overnight parking on Pasadena streets, or I can't park here on Mondays? Like, which one is it? Because you telling me two different fucking things in my head. So I'm just like, anyway, didn't care. So I was just like, I just left it. They probably got mad I left it, because normally I would have moved it, but I was just like, I wasn't thinking nothing of it. My man just told me like, oh, on Thursday, take the day off, because I get to take whatever days off. I just let my auntie know like, oh, I'll be back tomorrow, or I'm gonna be gone for a few days, I'll be back, whatever, chill shit. So like, I literally don't have a day job right now. Like I work for her, and I get paid way more than when I was working at the theater. I'll catch y'all up. I know y'all probably just like, so you're just gonna give us a little mini story time and then like, ease your weight. I'm gonna let y'all know. But yeah, so anyway, that happens, and I'll take the note off her car or whatever, and I'll just like, ugh. So anyway, because I still had a few days left to park there. So like I said, on Thursday, I totally forgot. It was I was on my way. We was on our way to where we was going, and we was already like damn near out there. My mom texted me, was like, don't forget to move my car. And I was like, ooh. I was like, I'm not even in town anymore. I was like, I'm gone, but I'll be back tomorrow. I was like, it should be fine. Thank God it was, because I could have came back to no car, and that would have been a tragedy. Because I know she would have been like, well, you gonna have to help get that car out, or you gonna pay it. Like, she probably would have went half and half, but she was definitely gonna, or she was gonna be like, you gonna pay me back, that type of shit. I don't have time for that. So even though it's your car, but she's gonna make, she's trusting me to move it, because I'm there every day. I mean, I might as well, instead of her coming out her way, I'm already over there. But normally I remember that type of shit. I forgot. So I was just like, maybe they complained or whatever. I don't know, but it is what it is. I moved it, got it out the way. But yeah, who knows what would have happened, y'all. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all that, because I was just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, huh? Like, to see that at 3 a.m, I was just like, I'm so glad I caught that, because I don't know. Anywho, yeah, I got scarred because one day I remember I had a boot on my car before. Not this one, but like years ago. Oh my God. Like, and I was at work, y'all. I was at work when that happened. And everybody was like, or people, like, we had to move our car every 2 hours or some shit, 3 hours, whatever. And if you were parking on a certain streets, and the job I was working at didn't have no parking. So like, only for like managers and stuff. So we was moving our cars every 2 hours or whatever, unless we paid $10 to park in the parking lot, whoever. Yeah, I literally don't have any storage left. I need to figure it out. But yeah, so until I get that figured out, I'll talk to y'all about what has been going on in my life, and just get y'all caught up, because yeah, y'all didn't even know I finally had quit my job. Thank fucking God. Oh my God, the fucking manager that we had, ooh, girl, I could not stand his fucking ass. I was just so glad to be up out of that toxic environment. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Bye.